Everybody, we are here for a Diablo 4 preview. We are about 1 week away from the release of D4, the Lord of Hatred. As you can see, I have it. I have the standard edition. I did not get the other editions. But there is so many things coming to the game. And these are just like my thoughts and hopes. I know there's been a lot of content that's been released recently, whether it's the cinematic trailer, the opening cinematic got released today. We've seen endgame stuff. We've seen the first boss fight. We saw a glimpse of the skill tree in the overview launch trailer that released yesterday. And this is like the culmination of 3 years building up to this point, which I am hoping for like an escalation in the story. So what I mean by escalation is I'm hoping that finally we will get move on to another one of the prime evils. I'm really hoping for Baal, but I would be happy with Diablo as well. I'm hoping that it goes in that direction. And another thing that I am looking forward to would be the updated skill trees that are coming. So the skill trees are being reworked, refixed, and I'm really hoping, because right now the skill trees are very, look at this. There's not much to it. Here's the barbarian skill tree. It's not that in depth, but once the game releases with the expansion, you will then be able to have a more in-depth skill trees, as well as the inclusion of the warlock. I already have the paladin, and I've already played the paladin to death, which is why I will be focused on the warlock. The warlock has been my main in D2 since its release. I'm hoping for better gearing options, and a lot of people are talking about endgame stuff. I want a more variety, and it looks like this one that they're going with is more maps. So it's like Path of Exile maps is basically what it reminds me of. And I know people are going to make that comparison as soon as they see it, is the maps. And that's just, I feel like that's what they're going to really be focused on, is that it looks like maps. But also, you got your passive nodes. Like you see, I'm putting passive points in. Passive points are going away. So, going forward, there will be no more passive points inside of your skill tree anymore. So, you're going to have to learn to, build the character different. But also, my favorite thing to do is Hell Tides. So, I'm hoping that Hell Tides are going to be something that I could just build a tree off of, because I'm just not a big fan of bossing and stuff like that. Right now, this is a barbarian, but he's just I feel like this is one class that I hope gets some love in the new expansion, because he does not really play well, and I hope with the new skill tree overworks that the days of these are the builds you have to play for characters to be viable is gone. With the druid, I like doing zoo builds, but you really can't do a zoo build and have survivability, because I was going to put out a build guide on my zoo build, but it really wasn't working. Also, adding the Horadric Cube is going to add for more crafting abilities. The Talisman, I think, is going to be like Charms. So I think that's going to be another good innovation to the series, to the Diablo 4 game itself, and make it better. But there's not enough that I like to do. Like, I don't do the pit, but I know some people like doing the pit. So as D4 Lord of Hatred is upcoming, I'm very curious, interested how it's going to go, and I will be streaming it on the launch, as we are doing like a birthday stream over on TikTok. So I'm really looking forward to how the game's going to progress, and hopefully it progresses in the right way. But I do think it is. I think ever since they got their new development team, I feel like the game's been in a better spot. When the old guard left, I feel like things have really changed, and they're finally starting to... The game is resembling a lot more elements from Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 now, so I really think that they have been excelling at making the game into a better spot than it was before. They've always been good with their cinematics, with their storytelling, but gameplay-wise, I think they've slowly been going in the right direction. The one thing they got to do is when they do seasons going forward, they got to get rid of that power mechanic of it's a seasonal power, it's a boss power, it's whatever insert power that they were doing for so many seasons. I would take a gander at what Path of Exile does, where every season is a little bit different. They call them leagues, but they have a tendency of making really good ideas. I did not like the Mirage mechanic, but for every Mirage mechanic, they then have like Lake of Calandra and stuff that I like that. So I do feel like it's in a better place. And hopefully you guys will all be there with my journey next week when we are going to be on there. But I'll also be putting out more D4 content. We'll also be doing a reaction video to to some of the Diablo 4 stuff that's coming out. I'll probably do a reaction video to the review of the IGN's review that they did. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.